Hello Virgo, welcome to your general reading for the month of April. As you know, this reading is for anyone that has Virgo placements such as Ascendant, mostly, Sun or Moon. Also, be aware this is a general reading, take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest behind. In this reading, I'm gonna investigate what energies might be influencing you in the period of April, what changes you might expect, events or situations. Show me everything that Virgo needs to know for the month of April. Show me everything that Virgo needs to be aware of in the month of April. So, let's have a look. And we have Seven of Wands as general energy for your period, Virgo. You have the advanced position to protect anything that is important to you this period. Then, the first card in your reading, it's actually the Strength card. Then, the second card is Page of Cups in upright position again. And then the third card is the Lovers, again in upright position. And then right here, right now, Virgo, you are actually having the Ten of Wands. And Ten of Wands, it's the heavy energy of you feeling overloaded with heaviness, not making progress, feeling stuck. And like there is nothing moving forward. But in fact, it might be a very subjective or temporary energy. First, it's a 10, so it's an end of a cycle of heaviness if you find yourself experiencing such. And most important, in this period, in the month of April, you actually have the upper hand to deal with protecting whatever you treasure the most. So if it's a peace of mind or a lighter schedule, it's really up to you. You have what it takes in this period to defend yourself from anything. Bad cycles, endings, whatever the situation is. But I also unfortunately can continue with the heaviness, and this is the Strength card, the first card in your reading. The Strength card, in my experience, appears when there are difficulties for you to overcome. And maybe you need to show your strength at the beginning of the month for whatever reason. Maybe it's to do with this ending, these heavy burdens that you try to put in your past. Maybe this is the situation. Maybe you decide to act, let's say, more aggressively towards defending something that you consider problematic, and you finally decide to act on it using your strength, your ability to solve problems and to really be the winner. Because also this is a victory card, but this is a victory card for those who recognize their demon and domesticate it as the card presents. But more than that, it's when you recognize what your fear is and you face it, what you literally do is you put a light in your shadow. This sometimes it's a very painful process, and yet it's the only one that can give you the victory in the situation. Because if you don't put a light on it, the lion really becomes a demon, and it's really hunting you. But there is some heaviness around you. Just remember, Virgo, that it's up to you. This is the energy of the skies, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, in my reading. So heavens telling you, you have our protection. You're on a higher ground that you can probably visualize at the beginning of the month, and you can have your victory. You can protect whatever is precious to you, whatever you desire to still carry on to protect. You get the idea. And I believe that a little inspiration wouldn't hurt you. And I see such under the form of news that gonna stimulate you on an emotional level to point your attention into the good side of life, where there is a potential, where there is growth, where there are new things happening. So even if you don't end your fight, your problem, your troubles right here, right now, get inspired. Try to see the world, your life, your situation through the eyes of a child. I wouldn't say start to communicate with your inner child, but sometimes this is the case. Sometimes the best thing to face difficult situation is to not take it seriously, honestly, because you know the saying, fake it till you make it. I know it's hard for Virgo with your analytical approach to things, very, very, pointed to any small detail that only you can see. You forget about to have fun like a child. And maybe sometimes when you act foolish, you still raise up your vibration. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe that's what you need to do in order to put a different light over whatever situation is bothering you in the beginning of the month, or to do with these hard endings. This might be in your business area, this might be in your creative processes. Either way, it's something that you can overcome with you getting inspired, you believing that there is more than what meets the eye. Because when you look at the page, it's a child with a cup, right? Yeah, but no. It's so much more than that. Or it's what you see that this is. So what you're gonna see when you are in a difficult situation might be crucial for the victory or the failure. But I don't see you as a failure this period. I see you making a serious life decision or a choice. It might be to do with partnerships. It might be to do with a strategic partnership, because you might decide to act on protecting what is precious to you, or get inspired to finally activate a different strategy of you protecting, of you taking care of what is important. For some of you Virgos, I see true love opportunities coming your way. This is more towards May, but still it is here in your reading. And we have also the Page of Cups, which for some of you might represent a true love offer coming from a younger person. No matter your age, but someone that is young by the number of their age, or it looks like that, or it has a youthful spirit. Either way, this is not a love or romantic reading, but still there is such interpretation of these cards. So I am bringing it to your attention. What else here I can tell about the main energies is that this is Leo's card, and Leo is the strongest when they let their heart follow them. When they follow their heart, when they allow yourself to follow their heart's true desire. And maybe this is what you need to do. The only thing that you need to do is to follow your true heart's desire. Get inspired and attract the right partner. And I'm not talking only about romantic and love partners. I'm talking about friendships, strategic friendships, or professional alliances. Either way, not all is lost, but you need to believe it, because the heaven tells you you're stronger than you can recognize for yourself right here, right now. Virgo, before I continue with the clarifying of your cards, please be aware that you are in what we call in astrology Saturnian aspect. So the next 2.5, 3 years are really not appropriate for you to sign any long-term financial contracts, especially to do with finances. If you need to take some credits or to get some additional financial support, be very wise, try to avoid it, because with these Saturnian aspects, sometimes, it's hard for you to really, be correct to the end of, let's say, 10, 15, whatever years of crediting that you might decide that you need. That's one thing. And also, all long-term decisions under Saturnian aspects are not really benefiting you, Virgo. I am very, very serious about it. Saturn is not a planet that you want to fuck around with. Mark my word, I'm a Capricorn sun. So, let's clarify all the energies for Virgo in the month of April. What else is that Virgo needs to be aware of for this period, and what else they need to know for their general prediction. Seven of Wands is being clarified by Four of Wands. The Strength is being clarified by the Death card in an upright position. Wow, okay, I'm gonna take these two. And Page of Cups is being clarified by Seven of Swords in upright position, and the Lovers is being clarified by Ace of Cups. And the final outcome for you in the month of April, Virgo, it's actually Five of Wands. So, as I said, there is a strong indication for some of you, Virgo, for a new love coming your way, a special, true love, real love opportunity in the month of April. And the Ace of Cups is clarifying exactly that. For some of you, this is going to be leading to a marriage, to a wedding, to a committed relationships. It's a new commitment, something that you will consider as manifesting of your dreams, of you going to the next level. You're going to be celebrating it. It's really, it's really, these three cards, it's exactly that. Commitment, 4, security, 11, going to the next level, manifesting your heart's true desires and being supported by the divine. As I said, you already had the indication from the universe, from God, whatever you want to call it, that you're in a much stronger and beneficial situation that you might consider yourself, Virgo. But just so that make you really believe, we have the Ace of Cups, and this is when the divine sends you all the support that they have in order for you to fall in love with a special partner, romantic one, or to fall in love in life again, and to really commit that whatever is holding you down is actually not gonna stop you from you manifesting your dreams, your desires, moving forward in the direction that you really wanna move to. And it's all about you taking a certain risk. Maybe you need to keep the most important things in this time period to yourself. Keep it close to your chest. It might be crucial for your victory, Virgo. Seven of Swords, this is someone that is acting in the dark or hides their actions in order to succeed. Someone is taking a chance on something, and it's keeping it close to themselves in order to have it their own way. If this is you, Virgo, I really support this behavior, because sometimes people around us don't really support us, or they just pretend. They're not really willing to help us. So it's best if they don't really understand what you really try to achieve. But for some others of you, in this new emotional offer, there might be a certain amount of fraud, of trickstery to do with it. Trust your intuition, trust your inner voice and your logic, Virgo. That's what I can say. But this might be a tricky energy. I'm gonna clarify it in a little bit, but let's first get to these two major arcana cards in the beginning of your reading. Strength card and of course the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. Total complete transformation for the better that feels like hell, and you die sometimes on a mental level during this process. So the heaviness that I read at the first part of your reading, it's for a reason. Some of you are recognizing a process in which you're gonna have to let something and leave something in the past and let it die and let it stay there. This energy over the top of the Leo card indicates that you recognizing your demon might be crucial for you to improve the situation and to put, much better and promising supporting energies around you. So trust your heart, trust the universe that you actually are in a better situation that you might think that you are. And whatever needs to be changed, transformed, transmuted, left behind, let to disappear, have the balls to do that, Virgo, because this is a very strong indication that difficulties are changing you for the better, but it's gonna be, more aware of the processes, of the depth of this process you have, the better. Because these major arcanas also talk about you not really being in charge, Virgo. And when we have difficult situations in which we feel like we are powerless, well, the power comes from you accepting it. The power comes from you accepting the change. I believe that either way, you're gonna be taking certain chances that are going to be leading to a brand new emotional understanding in this month of April. And before I get to the final let's clear it up. This is unstable energy. It's a 5. It's a competition. It's fights, verbal fights. It's it might be, who's right, who's wrong. I feel this is more on an eternal level for some of you. It's like you might be tearing yourself from the inside, from different belief systems, fighting with each other. Or what is the most important thing? Then what? It's like you have the energy of protecting what it's most important for you, but you might not be completely sure of what is more important. To stay on a job that gives you money but makes you unhappy, to live a job that gives you financial security in order for you to follow a passionate project that you so much desire to be involved with and take the certain risk with it, or to, for example, sacrifice your professional success in order for you to have strong and working family, working together, playing together, sharing things together. It might be all of these things. It's like, what is more important than what? And this is all because of this heaviness around you. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Swords energy and the final outcome for you, because actually things are not so bad with these supportive energies in the placement of the universe or God. So why is the Seven of Swords in the center of the Virgo reading, clarifying the Page of Cups? Ten of Cups. This is the maximum emotional satisfaction that one might have. And I said family, family, family here. I didn't say it on purpose. It just came instantly into my mind. But I believe that it might be to do with your happiness on a very personal level, to do with your home, with your loved ones, with your children, with everyone around you that you consider family, actually. And you might have to take a certain risk in order to protect such happiness, or to restore it in the world around you, in the life of the people around you, Virgo. And even if some of you are under some unhealthy, problematic, unhonest influence around the month of April, it's all going to be ending fine. It's going to be ending better than you might think at some point. So don't lose faith, Virgo. That's what I tried to say here. Let's see what is the meaning of the Five of Wands as a final outcome for Virgo. In their April reading. High Priestess. In order for you to avoid any eternal conflict, trust your gut, Virgo. Trust that you have the knowledge and the ability to attract all the best outcomes and circumstances in your world, in your life, in your hands if you want to. You are the key of clarity and ending all heaviness, all burdens, all problems in your life. Sometimes things are not logical. It's what this card is also saying, because this is the bridge between the visible and the invisible world, and in such way you are asked, in order for you to avoid, let's say, unstable energies around you, to trust the divine, trust the universe, trust your highest potential, trust that you can be the link between the practical and rational decision and the invisible, intuitive approach to things. It's a new life, it's a new era that starts for all of us on 23rd of March with Pluto entering the sign of Aquarius. So many things will look like they have no logic behind them. And that's part of the lesson. Because we are not only you know, here on earth, right here and now. We can go to many places, but we need to believe in that. We need to recognize it. And this is a very personal journey I want to mention. So, Virgo, your energy for the month of April is 50-50, coming and going, up and down. Problems, opportunities, new beginnings, partnerships, ability to protect, conflict, all together. What I'm trying to say, at the end, it's what you make out of it, what you believe that you are capable of having as a result, and the end in such a, shaky situation, Virgo. I hope this message gets to you. Let me know how you feel about this reading, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your time, Virgo.